Third Thursday night, a third live eviction, a third BB Blockbuster. What will happen? Here at Remote Reality, I'm Lauren, and my mom, Mama C, we're pulling for Will, the gamecock, the chicken in this game, the good kind of chicken. We're pulling for him to win because he's ready to stop playing these weenie games. He's going to take the weenies off the grill, throw on some steaks, and barbecue up the competition. That's if he stays tonight. Kelley, Adrian, y'all can go. We want our Will to stay. Let's see if we can manifest this, Mama C. Big Brother, season 27, third live eviction. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Mama C, I have to say, without Morty's TV and the spoilers, I have been so excited to watch tonight.
I know, because we have no idea what's going on.
I can't wait to see.
Except, I was just going to say, except I noticed that Julie is channeling Rachel because she's wearing green.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I noticed she was channeling us because she made a point a few times of saying that tonight Upon is going home, basically calling out Lauren for her weenie. HOH.
Well, it was the same as last week. Upon went home.
Even Julie is bored.
Yes.
So it's day 24 in the house. And we see Adrian, Kelley, and Will on the block. I love Adrian's glasses. Did you notice them? They were really
No, I
cute.
didn't.
They were like blue, dark blue, and they had a gold insert in the middle, kind of aviator style. Very cool. So, Adrian, you know what? Maybe you should go talk to Rachel and Jimmy, get on this fashion train, let them know what's up. Now, Lauren was trying not to get any blood on her hands. And Julie says, did she factor in a tiebreaker? So then we go to the house guests who are just playing every single side. Jimmy, Vince, they are just saying what they need to say to get by. And it's not going unnoticed. Morgan and Mickey, they go off to the side, and Morgan says Mickey's her number one girl, but she's trying to get where she is with Jimmy. And Morgan tells Mickey Jimmy's playing all sides of this house. And then she tries to convince Mickey, who has that final three, that triple threat with Morgan and Jimmy. She says, let's kick Jimmy to the side. He's playing everybody. Let's take on Vince and Zach. Now, Mickey's no dummy. She has been seeing Morgan having secret meetings with Vince and Zach around 2:30 in the morning. So now she's starting to wonder if she can even trust Morgan. Now, Jimmy, he might be playing all sides of the house, but he thinks he's running it with Rachel and Ashley. Because Rachel and Ashley have been going around trying to keep Ashley off the block, and it worked. And that's what Jimmy wanted. Now, this whole alliance, the girls plus Jimmy, or Rachel, Morgan, Mickey, and maybe Jimmy, Lauren sees them teaming up. And it's kind of confusing because she says that she sees Rachel, Morgan, Mickey, and maybe Jimmy working together, but she knows all of the girls are working with Jimmy. So I wonder how she's distinguishing that.
I don't know, but you remember the person who changed Lauren's mind about putting Adrian up was Mickey.
Mickey
didn't want.
Game.
Yeah, she didn't want Ashley to go up. And she said that if Lauren put Ashley up, there'd be a lot of people that would get mad at her. But Adrian is like a lone player.
Lone wolf.
But yeah, but why does Lauren even care? I mean, I guess she has to because she's by herself. I mean, well, maybe she has Vince.
And she thinks she has Vince for a final two, but Vince
and then
has the final two with Kelley, and then Vince is trying to save Adrian instead of Kelley.
Right. Look, he's the one who's playing. He's the one who's playing all the sides too.
He is.
More so than Jimmy, I think.
But he's doing it much more stealthily.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, Channel Surfers? Is Jimmy going to get caught playing all sides? Sounds like he has. Is Vince going to get caught playing all sides? I think it's inevitable. You're pulling the blocks from the bottom of the Jenga tower, and they are going to crumble down on him eventually. So let's just get the boring part out of the way first. Zach, Vinnie, and Lauren are in the HOH room talking about maybe getting Will out. But Zach and Vinnie are afraid that they're drawing the line in the sand too soon. They don't want to piss everybody off. What game are we playing? Yeah, your social strategy is important, but you've got to get out threats. It's going to come to a point where someone has to get out a threat. You've got to draw lines in the sand. You have to have alliances.
Yeah, I was shocked with Morgan being upset with Mickey. I mean, Morgan was going behind Mickey's back, making a final three with, what is it, Vinnie, her, and who was the other? And Zach, right.
But
and then she goes and tells, but she's making this a 3-person alliance. Mm-hmm. Then she goes to Mickey. Well, like, now is Mickey supposed to be number 4? I mean, I could see why Mickey is upset because Morgan was going behind her back.
But was Morgan the one instigating this, or did the guys kind of pull her into it and she went to Mickey and said, hey, I don't know, you this just to protect us?
Yeah, but you had been saying they were meeting a lot secretly. Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't like it was just one time that they were meeting secretly. So
true. But then again, why is Mickey going to Adrian? Why Adrian? What's she doing with Adrian?
Because I guess Adrian's on the block and that would affect him.
Floater, so she's trying to grab his life vest and pull him over to her side. I don't know. I thought Mickey was doing great. I'm questioning why she said anything to Adrian. Why not just say it to Morgan? I don't know. All right, but let's get into the cute part with Adrian. Adrian and his bread man. What do you think, Mama C? This was an option we did not consider last week with our showmances. The bread of the house.
No, and my thought is I am thinking about Tom Hanks in Castaway with Wilson. I think they just need to get like a little face on the bread and he could be like Tom Hanks.
He was having this romantic little dinner date with the bread.
And wait a minute.
Water and go ahead.
No, I was going to say he's like his own little castaway on his own little island. Because he doesn't have anybody on the island with him. So he has the bread.
Well, he does have people on the island and he's eating all their bread. Like, all we have left is meat. We've got to kick out Adrian because the bread is gone. He is romancing the bread. He wants to have little breadsticks. He wants a bread potty pillow that smells like bread, which that does sound pretty comfortable. Very comforting. The smell of bread, the warmth of a loaf. I like where he's going with this. He just wants those buns.
I think it's hilarious that they're assuming Kelley is going to pull herself off, that it's going to be left up to Adrian and Will to stay on the block. I just hope Will wins, and because I love seeing all their little bad moves getting thrown back in their face.
But like Kelley said, she doesn't think she can beat Adrian in the BB Blockbuster, and she doesn't think she can beat Will in the vote. And we're about to go to the BB Blockbuster and find out. I hope Will wins too. I don't see Kelley, though, as my first choice either. Bread loaves aside, we need to eat our humble pie because Kelley dominated this Blockbuster, which was really a cool competition. They had 2 different rooms. It had 8 different differences between each room, so very slight differences. They had to run from one side to the other to examine the rooms. The first person to come back and lock in their number was Kelley with 7. She still had 42 seconds on the clock, and it was a 1:30 competition. Then we saw Adrian come in with 6, and then we saw Will come back with 16. Kelley won. She was 1 off. That's wow. They're seeing the game on the live feeds that we just aren't seeing in the edit. In the edit, we just see her saying that she's doing them such a favor going up on the block. And I don't see it as a favor. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do you think they owe you something back? But maybe she really could compete and really win this. Maybe she is doing them a favor.
That's true. Maybe they're watching Morty's on TV. Yeah, this was live. I don't know. I just couldn't believe Will had guessed 16. I was counting, and I counted 5, but I don't know where he got 16 from.
Maybe it's one of those things where I don't know. I don't have a theory on this either. So now we've got Adrian and Will, and I think Adrian's going home. Any thoughts? What do you think? What's your guess? I ate my humble pie. I was wrong with Kelley. I'll probably be wrong with Will, but I'm going to say that Adrian's going home.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from the edits, they talk like, yeah, we have the votes to get rid of Will and keep Adrian. So,
and here's where I'm watching this edit, is that we see little pieces of it, but we never see it fully come together. I think if they were all on the same page, we would see that through the edit. So we'll see. I think they're just tricking us. I think they're just playing. I think Will's staying another week.
I hope so. And then I hope Will comes back and wins HOH, and let's see some real gameplay.
I think Mom, we are looking for a way too exciting summer in Big Brother, because this house just is not having it. They're going to get rid of Will. They're going to get rid of Upon. But no, we're going to manifest this. Will stays. Let's see what happens. And before we get to the live votes, Adrian also thinks he's going home. He is boo-hooing, just sobbing on Will's shoulder, Kelley's shoulder. Kelley's telling him it's okay. So maybe she knows something we don't, but I don't know. I still think that it's playing with us. All right. So the house guests come in from the BB Blockbuster competition. They're told that Kelley has won. They've got a couple of minutes to try to sway the house. You see Adrian running around campaigning. Mainly, you see him with Keanu, and Keanu's going, yeah, you've got my vote. But you know what? When Keanu's back was up to the wall, Adrian wasn't there ready to save him.
Well, Keanu did say that, even if it's, everybody else is voting for you, I'm going to give you my vote, which, you know what? It just drives me crazy, because they're voting to evict people, but they're always saying, vote for me. Vote. They're not voting for you to stay. They're voting
for me to leave.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been driving me crazy.
Maybe they will vote for him to leave the house.
But it's just not him. It's all of them. That's all they say. Oh, I'm voting for this person. And they mean to stay in the house.
Well, we know what they mean, but yes, it is not the right way to say it. You should be saying vote for the other person to leave. Now, Kelley whispers Adrian to Vince, but I can't hear what Vince mumbles back. I was trying to get the tea on that. And then we have the final speeches. What did you think, Mama C, of the final speeches, Will and Adrian?
Well, they were sad. They were both full of emotion, because neither one of them have done anything to be put on the block. I mean, there are bigger threats there in the house that are conniving, that they're lying, that they're, have 3 or 4 alliances.
Bigger threats that will take you down, go behind your back, play cutthroat. Not these guys.
Yeah, I'm really ready for somebody to play this game.
Oh, I hope they keep Will. But they go into the speeches. Will is crying. He's like, Adrian's a good guy. This guy does not even curse. So it's really tough to be on the block with him. Ava starts boo-hooing when this happens. Does that mean Ava's going to send him home? I don't know. It could be either of them. They're both good guys. And then he says, I'm not even going to campaign against Adrian. Do what's best for your game. Now, Adrian goes up there and says, I'm best for your game. Keep me. So I don't know if that's a strong or a good gameplay. Given that Will refused to campaign against Adrian, what does that say about Adrian campaigning against Will?
I don't know if they were campaigning against each other, or they weren't. They didn't show that.
Well, they did, because Adrian was trying to get votes, and then Adrian on the block says, I am best for your game. Keep me here for my family.
Well, I mean, you have to say something. You can't just say, don't, just give me all your votes and send me out of the house. You have to give them some reason to keep you. That's not necessarily campaigning.
But Will didn't. Will said, pick whoever's best for your game. This is a great guy. I can't say anything bad about this guy. I can't say why you should let him out. Which, really, there's no reason to evict either of them. Will is absolutely right. Neither of them are good for any of their games.
Well, first of all, I don't think that whatever they say is going to sway anybody.
True.
I don't think so. I
Good
think
point.
they already have their minds made up, so it doesn't make a difference what they say.
Well, I'm still going to say that Adrian's going home, but finally, let's look at these votes. So by a vote of 8-4, which was a lot closer than I was expecting, Adrian is evicted from the Big Brother house. Now, let me tell you how the house went down in the votes. Vince, Adrian, Mickey, Adrian, Morgan, Adrian, Zach, Adrian, Jimmy, Adrian, Ashley, Adrian. Ava was the official vote for Adrian to come out, and then Rachel was Adrian as well. As for Will, we had Keanu, Riley, Kelley, and Kat. I thought it was interesting that Kelley and Vince voted different ways. Vince for Adrian and Kelley for Will.
Yes, but you noticed Vince, it took him a while to make that decision. He was torn. He didn't know who to say.
So really, he may have been the deciding vote. Afterwards,
No,
after
because
Adrian leaves, we see Zach, Morgan, and Vince talking. And Morgan says to Vince, you have to draw the line and figure it out. And then Kelley's in the other room crying. Did that vote make her realize that she's not aligned with Vince? We're not going to know until Sunday because we're not watching the spoilers.
I'm disappointed that we're not seeing HOH contest right after eviction.
I know. Or at least like the beginning of one. Like one of those ball
sometimes
challenges
they
that
have it.
Adrian practiced for, but didn't make it to because he only got through 3 weeks.
I know.
Adrian summed it up perfectly, though. He said everybody's scared. And what I thought was really
they're playing
interesting-
chicken.
They're playing chicken. Go Cox. Go Will. We stay in the house. Get the chicken in the house.
Yeah.
What I thought was interesting, though, we get to see the house's perspective from his eyes, at least. And he says that everybody is okay keeping Rachel in the house. They don't think somebody could win this game twice. And I disagree. I think if she plays the right game, she goes in there and she goes, look, you guys felt safe to keep me here. I was sitting here running the house. I don't know that we officially write her off as a winner. If that's your only argument at the end of this game is that Rachel's already won it, that doesn't guarantee you a win. Can you imagine Kat getting to the end of the game with Rachel and saying, well, she already won it, so give it to me?
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And this is the game that she knew would work for her. We saw her week 1 standing in the bathroom talking to house guests going, nobody would vote for me twice to win. She has been setting this up and they're playing like putty in her hands.
Yeah.
So I hope Will wins HOH, or at least somebody who's exciting and might actually do something. I think Rachel would do something. She says she's going to start taking stabs. Jimmy made a great point. He's like, look, you either make big moves, make plays, or you're going to get picked off, just like he
No,
did.
Adrian said that.
That's what I said.
Isn't that what Adrian said? Oh, I thought you said Jimmy.
No, Adrian. I think I said I don't know. I meant
I don't know
Adrian.
either.
Any final thoughts on this week's live eviction?
No, I'm just like, well, I had said that if if Keanu wins, I think Mickey would play her secret power. But if
Mhm.
Will wins HOH, Mickey, I think, would let Will have his own HOH week.
I hope Will.
I don't know. Maybe even Rachel. Maybe even if Rachel, because I think Mickey and Rachel are
They're
talking,
aligned.
aren't they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's, but I'd like
don't
to
know.
see either.
I hope Will wins and goes to Lauren and says, you can be a pawn this week. Pop a squat on the couch. I don't care if you like it or not. You're a pawn. Let's go home.
Jimmy, you're a pawn.
250% safe, Lauren. Don't worry. Use all her words against her. Come on, Will. Kind of manifest this will. But yeah, I just hope somebody exciting wins because look, they are putting Mama C to sleep. She doesn't even know what to say. She's so bored from this Big Brother. You
You're
guys
right.
are putting old ladies to sleep. Look alive.
Oh, that's not easy. I mean, that's not hard.
Anyway. All right. Well, we will see you here on Sunday, and Mama C will be at my house on Sunday for the HOH competition and nominations. Tuesday, Dee and I will be doing 90 Day Hunt for Love, one of my favorite shows. Wednesday and Thursday, Mama C and I will be back with Veto, BB Blockbuster, and Live Evictions. All right, Channel Surfers, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Did I tell you the other day Jake was eating his dinner and he said he would only finish it if Rob and I liked and subscribed to him? So my 4-year-old is using that as a strategy. So guys, I will only eat my just kidding. I'll eat my dinner regardless of whether you like and subscribe, but I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you soon. See you on Sunday. Have a great weekend, Channel Surfers. Bye.
Bye.
Don't delay.